All right, let's talk about the invisible war that's happening in your house right now. It's a constant battle fought on the airwaves, and it's the reason your favorite show either streams perfectly or just buffers and buffers and buffers. Now, just so you know, everything we're talking about today comes from this incredibly detailed report on radio frequency interference by Virtualization Options LLC. This is part 6 of our deep dive, and we are laser focused on chapter 6, which is all about where this battle really hits home, your own network. So let me just ask you, have you ever been on an important video call and just poof, it freezes? Or your smart speaker suddenly decides it can't answer a simple question? If you've ever felt like you're literally fighting your own Wi-Fi network, well, you're not going crazy. You're not imagining it. It's real. And this image right here, this really paints the picture, doesn't it? Our homes are just flooded with the sea of invisible signals. Every single wireless device is basically shouting, trying to be heard in a super crowded room. And that is the battlefield we're going to explore today. Okay, so let's get right into the main event, the Wi-Fi battlefield itself. This is where your router is constantly struggling to get a clear signal against, well, pretty much everything. Your neighbors' networks, and even your own gadgets. The two main arenas for this fight are the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz bands. So think of the 2.4 gigahertz band like a big, busy highway. It goes a really long way, but it is jammed packed with traffic. We're talking Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, baby monitors, even your microwave oven is on there. The 5 gigahertz band, that's more like a private express lane. It's way faster, way less crowded, but it's got a much shorter range. And just how crowded is that highway? Get this, in cities, a mind-blowing 87% of Wi-Fi networks experience interference from their neighbors' networks during peak hours. So yeah, the next time your internet slows to a crawl, it's probably because everyone else's network is shouting over yours. So what's actually happening in all that congestion? Well, when too many signals try to talk at the same time, you get what are called data collisions. It's like a traffic jam. Your device has to stop, wait for a clear opening, and then try to send that information all over again. Now imagine that happening thousands of times a minute, and you can see why your super fast internet can suddenly feel like you're back on dial-up. But you know, this interference isn't just about a slow Netflix stream. Not at all. When we hook up our entire homes to that same vulnerable network, the stakes get much, much higher. This is where it stops being about convenience and starts getting serious. I mean, the report itself warns that interference can stop you from checking your security feed, it can delay a critical notification from a smoke alarm, or even block emergency responders from getting vital info. Think about this for a second. A burglar could use a simple, illegal signal jammer to completely knock out your wireless security cameras and your door sensors. Your whole system would be blind, just because its connection was cut. Or here's a less scary one, but just as expensive. Your smart thermostat loses its Wi-Fi connection while you're on vacation in the middle of winter. It never gets the signal to turn the heat on, and you come home to a flooded house and thousands of dollars in damage from burst pipes. So the bottom line is this. By connecting everything, our security, our lights, our heat, to one single wireless network, we've basically created a central point of failure. If that Wi-Fi network goes down because of interference, your smart home can become a very dumb and, frankly, a pretty dangerous house. All right, so let's zoom out a little. This problem isn't just about your laptop and your thermostat. It's getting way bigger, really fast, thanks to this explosion of connected devices we call the Internet of Things. So the Internet of Things, or IoT for short, it's just this massive growing web of physical stuff. We're talking smart light bulbs, fitness trackers, smart appliances, you name it. They're all communicating wirelessly. And they are all competing for the exact same, very limited airspace. And here's the real challenge with a lot of these consumer IoT devices. They're usually built to be cheap, not tough. They've got low-cost parts with bad filtering, so they're terrible at ignoring stray signals. They run on batteries, so they can't use power-hungry tricks to get a clear signal. And when something does go wrong, good luck. The average person has no idea how to troubleshoot an invisible radio problem. And you know, it's not just Wi-Fi and IoT. There's another major player fighting for space in your home, and it's one you probably use every single day: Bluetooth. Yep, that's right. Your wireless headphones, your mouse, your keyboard, they are all operating in that same chaotic 2.4 gigahertz highway we were just talking about. And even though Bluetooth is designed to be clever and jump around to avoid interference, its signal is so low power that a strong Wi-Fi signal can just completely drown it out. And the results are probably all too familiar to you. You know that annoying stutter you get in your wireless earbuds? That's interference. Your mouse lagging and jumping across the screen? Interference. Your speaker just refusing to pair with your phone for no reason? You guessed it. These aren't signs your gadgets are broken, they're symptoms of a really crowded wireless environment. Okay, so, I know, it sounds pretty bad. The airwaves are a total war zone. But here's the good news. You are not defenseless. Not even close. So now we're going to arm you with some real, practical strategies pulled right from the report to help you win this fight for a clear signal. Let's start with 3 simple things anyone can do right now. First, router placement is everything. Get it into a central spot in your house, up high, and keep it away from things like microwaves. Second, become a channel surfer. Use a free Wi-Fi analyzer app on your phone to see which channels are the least crowded. For that 2.4 gigahertz band, you really want to stick to channels 1, 6, or 11, because those are the only ones that don't overlap. And finally, use that 5 gigahertz express lane for every device you have that supports it. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, here are a few advanced tactics. Upgrading to a modern Wi-Fi 6 or 60 router can make a massive difference, especially in crowded places. You can also go into your router settings and manually use a narrower 20 megahertz channel width. It's like making your car lane a bit narrower so you can weave through traffic better. And this last one might sound weird, but try turning your router's transmit power down. Sometimes a signal that's too loud just creates its own interference, and lowering the power can actually give everyone in the house a cleaner connection. So we've seen it. The invisible space inside our homes is a full-on battlefield. The performance of everything from our work calls to our home security really depends on who wins. The key thing to take away is that you now have the know-how to fight back. So the only question left is, how are you going to secure your digital territory?